For the meantime, let's get you some breaking inputs on the broadcast, because ahead of Japan visit, Prime Minister Modi has issued a departure statement saying that he is going to leave for Hiroshima, Japan to attend the G7 summit under the Japanese presidency at the invitation of Mr. Kishida, who is the Prime Minister of Japan. And it will be a pleasure to meet Prime Minister Kishida again after his recent visit to India for the India-Japan summit. He also says that, and I quote, "My presence in this G7 summit is particularly meaningful as India holds the G20 presidency this year. I look forward to exchange views with the G7 countries and other invited partners on challenges that the world faces and the need to collectively address them. I would also be holding bilateral meetings with some of the leaders attending the Hiroshima G7 summit. And from Japan, I will be visiting Papua New Guinea. This will be my first visit, as also the first ever visit by any Indian Prime Minister to the country." Let me go across to my colleague Arpit Jain for more on this. Arpit, of course, that is going to be a crucial visit by Prime Minister, wherein, as far as this 6 days schedule is concerned, he is going to hold a number of key meetings.
Correct. Yeah. Prime Minister Modi's arrival in Japan is very akin to the tiger from the movie RRR, which was released in Japan and is very well appreciated by people in Japan. People are excited to hear what this bilateral ties are going to bring, especially when all the G7 countries come together. At the same time, I understand that this trip of Prime Minister Modi is quite long, and they'll be talking not only about the key tensions happening in Europe, but also about other matters like economic policies, and also how to engage more trade between India and Japan.
And also this comes amid escalating tensions between China and the US and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. So, of course, geopolitical challenges will also take center stage at the summit.
Absolutely. Japan is very close to Taiwan, and we all know how the sentiment around China and Taiwan has been going. This is also one of the most opportune reasons why that summit is happening in Japan, especially in Hiroshima, as a symbol of peace in the region.
Right. And also what we are learning is that a Quad summit is also expected on the sidelines of G7. What are you learning on that aspect?
We are still learning details. Japanese media is opening the details as we speak. There is not much information available in Japanese media about it, but hopefully we'll get to know more about it soon.
All right, so all eyes will be on this meeting, which is set to begin from tomorrow onwards. Today it is in the evening at around 4 p.m. when Prime Minister is going to land in Japan, wherein he is going to be received by the country's Prime Minister and also the other leaders who have already reached the country to attend the summit. Thank you, Albert, for joining in.